Welcome to another day in paradise and welcome to Cuba. Let's talk about this country and the whole process of coming here. Let's go. Cuba was one of those countries pretty high up our list, and months ago we already decided to come here. And you have to decide early on because you have to get a tourist card, and that is going to be sent to your home address. So we had to decide very early on to get here. And we never questioned this decision throughout our whole journey through the last videos that you saw since we arrived in Hawaii. Then just a couple of weeks ago we booked a flight from Cuba back home. And that said flight was cancelled. So we were debating after that, are we going to Cuba? Because we started researching on the go, and there we found out that the US government changed their regulations about their visa process. Right now there is an ESTA which you can apply pretty easily for, and that's like just 20 bucks per person. And you just have to fill out an online form and then you can get into the country. But if you have been to Cuba after, I think it is January 2021, then you can't apply for this ESTA anymore. You can only get the normal visa, and that is like 190 bucks per person and a whole bunch of difficult processes you have to go through. So that was one point that made us think about, do we want to risk not being able to get in the US anymore, or at least having to get that visa and pay that lot of money. In the end we figured out for ourselves that we said no, we don't want to be restricted by a country that is not our country and not our government, of where and why and when we are going to go in which country or not. So we decided yes, it's going to be Cuba. And that's when we decided to book another flight into the country, and that was cancelled as well. So yeah, another questionable moment, but that was more for the website that we booked on than on anything else. And then we booked another flight and that got through, so we were able to get into the country. And I don't know for which reasons that was, but we also have an outbound flight, which I only booked a one-way ticket, but somehow we got an outbound flight as well. So there's going to be one more country after Cuba. Stay tuned for that. Maybe hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so you will not miss out on that video as well. And also there is going to be a how to travel Cuba video at the end of our time here, and there I'm going to cover a lot more parts, because today I'm just going to talk about some difficulties, but there's a whole lot more to know about how to travel Cuba. One of which was the internet, because we read there is no internet here at all. And if you have watched the latest videos, we just got a SIM card and now we have mobile data, so that is not a problem at all. Another problem we came across was that in almost all online sources you will find that it's illegal to bring US dollars into the country. So I was really struggling, am I going to change all the money in Panama City so I don't have any US dollars on me anymore, or am I not going to do that? And then we got into the country, and here no one wants the local currency, which is pesos. Everybody wants US dollars. And we only have a little left, and now we have to see how to get along with that, because credit cards are not accepted anywhere. And we have a lot of pesos from the ATM at the airport, but not many places accept those. Unfortunately, that's not all. There also is a problem with booking accommodations. Before we came here, we tried to research and book online, but we faced the problem that most of the online booking platforms are American, and they will ask you who you are and why you want to enter the country. And for my understanding, most of the options that you can choose are not really good. Like if they want, they can say like, oh, why did you do that? So we decided not to do that, but try to do it the old-fashioned way. Get into the country, get to accommodations like this. It's called Casa Particular, so it's a family renting out their home, but they also have permission, they have to have permission from the government to do so. And we decided to just arrive at a place, try to find a house and then book it. Which went pretty smoothly because we did that in Havana, and our host there recommended this lovely accommodation and got in touch with our host right now and arranged everything, including transportation. So that was easier than expected so far. We hope it continues like this, but I think that's something you should be aware of and decide for yourself if you want to give away those information or not. And that's so much for our lesson about what to know and what to be aware of when you want to travel Cuba. And as I said, at the end of the journey there's going to be a how to travel video as well, covering hopefully all your questions. Maybe leave them down in the comments below already, and also a lot of insights about our experiences and what we faced and what we solved in problem-wise. So again, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Maybe also leave a like if you found this helpful, and then I'll see you in the next video, which is going to explain this and a lot more, maybe not, I don't know. And then we're going to have more adventures in this beautiful country, because I think that's really important to say as well. It's really beautiful. Like maybe already it came through. People are really helpful and nice, and we are going to explore more of that. Join in for that, follow along. See you in the next one. Until then, enjoy. Live life, pura vida, Cuba libre. Hasta la victoria. Bye bye.